Chapter 7. Every time I see you, something happens to me. Like a chain reaction between you and me. Pet Shop Boys. Neil Tennant and Chris Lowe, 1988. Whilst Nichols, Quillam and Deepak were preparing to explore the cemetery, the dusk was arriving to end the day in the sleepy countryside village around it. Yet the evening and night were going to be far from quiet and inactive. Just outside of the centre, with its green, defunct pub, small arcade of tired shops, post office and convenience store, perhaps 3 miles, was a cluster of cottages, outhouses and even still a few redundant outside toilets. The gardens were immaculate, the allotments well sown with vegetables. The tapping at the rear door elicited quizzical whispers, sudden turning on of lamps, including the porch. Roger released the chain to open the door. Gone were the days of leaving it off, much to his anger. Things had changed for the worse, he thought. Grammy Essie, resplendent in her nightgown and housecoat, her slippers covered in earth, hair awry, inquired if it was a bit too late for a cup of tea and a chat. Roger was overjoyed to invite her in, as well as Millie. Once Grammy Essie said her grandkids, Jamie and Freddie, were with her too. The boys were invited in. "Come in, don't be silly," Millie admonished. They all settled down to a lovely tea and chat, but Grammy Essie and the boys didn't touch the tea nor biscuits. Roger and Millie were not perturbed though. They were more than happy to proffer a wrist or neck, watching with proud smiles as 3 golden-eyed parasites sucked out their lifeblood. The night saw all 7 cottages visited by Grammy Essie, Jamie and Freddie, gorging on their inhabitants until they were full as gross bugs. Come morning, curtains or blinds in all 7 would stay firmly closed against the return of the sun. In the mortuary of the country hospital, the attendant and duty physician were puzzled by the absence of Grammy Essie's body. If they had not lingered, discussing the need to call in the local constabulary, then they would not have been there for her escape from the dawn. Later, 3 of the 6 cold drawers were occupied instead of 1. It was a slow night, the nurses agreed, so the physician had gone to bed. Rude. That dork of a mortuary attendant had likely gone home, and they were looking forward to their own beds anyway. The day staff took over, noting that the village seemed quieter as they looked after the few occupants with varied maladies. The village was dying, but they did not realise. How could they? During the following night, the physician and the dork attendant would open their senses and their veins. So it was in an encircling of death around the village centre, out to around 10 miles, in hamlets or single lonely abodes. Tapping at doors in the dark, hesitation followed by warm welcomes and invitations to cross thresholds. Don't worry about the hour. And then those golden eyes growing so large, almost eclipsing the room, the cold feel of fingers and hands, tugging of clothing, slight pain ignored, and then fading into the obsidian dark. More would not be greeting the new day, not picking up papers, nor popping down for groceries, or chewing over the latest gossip or national news with a friend or neighbour. More this morning, more the next. The populace thinning, The gaps in networks growing, increased online chatter, possibly a flu bug. Should go and see my GP, just in case. The surgery was overburdened with calls and visits, the lethargy, needing to wear dark glasses outside, thirst and paleness of the skin and inside the lower eyelid. "Wanting to sleep so much, doctor? Can you pep me up?" many would ask. In the break before house calls, GPs discussed this infectious anemia they seem to be witnessing spread. CMV perhaps, or something in the water, or maybe give public health a quick call, and so on. Except they would also succumb in darkened homes they called upon, or later that night. So no calls to public health or the nearest police, no more discussions with fellow GPs. The village was close to death. Sadly, no one would yet cast a tear. News travels slowly in these parts. And the dead are not interested in Facebook, TikTok or WhatsApp. Face recognition does not work on phones when you cast no reflection. And for those left in dwindling numbers, perhaps stay in today. Keep the doors and windows shut. Tell your family and friends all is fine, except there's a bug going round.